What exactly do you mean by love? We need food on that table, and I have been taking care of that. We need to live in a clean, orderly environment. That's just what you cannot take care of. I come back from work into a dirty house and you are lying down pressing your phone. Odera went on his knees to beg Tega. How did it all start? Many years ago, Odera was the talk of town. He had everything at his beck and call. Girls were all over him. He had more than enough money to throw around. Tega had been his friend for long. So time to marry, he went for beautiful Tega. Tega came from an average family where money was never in abundance. They had just enough to keep afloat. Just enough. So immediately after school, Tega got a job in a bank as a marketer. Not an easy job for a young lady, but Tega pushed on, undeterred by the many no's she got. Tega kept pushing. One day she met the chairman of a big organization at the airport. The man asked her to come and see him at his office in a week. Tega went. Chief Nwokedi's office is the most luxurious, most opulent office Tega had ever entered. First, it's positioned at the topmost floor of a 20-story building. The entire floor is for the chief. Tega finally got into this office after all the protocol up and down. Everything in this office is a state-of-the-art piece, imported from the best designers of each piece. Practically everything. Tega was overwhelmed by what she saw. She opened her mouth to speak, but words couldn't come out. Chief noticed that she was completely overwhelmed, and he said, "Yeah, young lady, you said you are a marketer for what bank again?" Tega said, "For ABM Bank." Chief Nwokedi said, "They shouldn't be sending young girls like you to come and market your bank to people like us. It's your MD that should come to me. However, now that you are here, beyond the bank, what are your hobbies?" Tega said, "I play chess." Chief said, "Oh, really? Not many women participate in that." Leaning forward, Chief Nwokedi said, "What if I give you a 2 billion naira account and put terms and conditions to it? Would you agree?" Tega said, "Sir, wow, I would appreciate that. However, the terms and conditions, what would they be, sir?" "It will be better I know them upfront, sir." Chief Nwokedi said, "Tega, you are exceptionally brilliant and beautiful. I got struck when I saw you at the airport. Talking with you was so refreshing. And now we are here. Beyond your bank, beyond accounts, we could do a lot more together." Tega was becoming uneasy at this point, her heart racing. The 2 billion naira? Then what? What is this highly successful man looking for in a small girl like me? 1,000 thoughts danced a jasco in Tega's mind. Chief was speaking his words. He was not in a hurry at all. He offered Tega coffee, but she said she didn't want. So he kept sipping on his coffee while letting his words register in Tega's mind. He reached out to touch Tega's hand and said, "Tega, I want you to be mine forever. Yes, I am married with children, 3 boys. If I saw you before I married my wife, I would have gone for you. And even now, I will divorce my wife. I can do just that, divorce her, if you would give me a chance in your heart." The love I feel for you is indescribable. Would you let us be together? Tega said, Sir, I am engaged to marry. Our wedding is in 2 months' time. Chief said, That is perfect. If we do anything now, and even when you are inside the marriage, it will be difficult to discover us. You are seeing me in the course of your job. Apart from the 2 billion naira account, I could get you many more accounts from my friends and colleagues. And I have a brand new car parked downstairs at the parking lot right now for you if you would say yes. If you don't like the car, I will send it back and get you the model you want. Tega wisely answered and said, Sir, getting these accounts is really important to me because I have been getting a lot of rejections. I would like you to please give me time to think about what you said. She got up to leave, and Chief said, When would I get a favorable response? Tega said, In 2 days, sir. He brought out a wad of clean, crisp naira notes and tossed to Tega. She collected the 100,000 naira wad and got up to leave. He said, Could I at least get a hug? Tega was fighting her emotions of anger. By this time, she felt, Oh, you just invited me to expand your amorous network? She got up and gave him a side hug and left as soon as he opened the door. With tears in her eyes, she walked into the car where the office driver was waiting for her. Tega said to herself, This man just wants to complicate and mess up my life with his evil advances. Tega also knew she would never call Chief Mukedi again. She got back to the office and told her colleagues. Emilia said, I wish I was the one. How would you see such an opportunity and you didn't grab it with all your everything? Anyway, they will soon sack you. Be doing holy wager there. What is in it? Something you just do and get what you want. It's a give and take thing. You give what you have and he gives what he has. Is it not simple logic? You are just a mugu. Tega said, So you are saying I should risk my life, my future, my marriage, my family name in order to build someone else's business? I should put everything about me on the line to make ABM Bank richer? I will not do it. The job description they gave me doesn't include sell your body to get us heavy accounts, except mine is different from yours. Emilia said, They cannot write that in your job description, but it is implied. You have to have some sense. So Tega got home and called Odera and narrated the ordeal she had. He said, Babe, I am super proud of you. Thank you for not letting us down. The next day, Odera brought her a brand new car. Tega was excited but not surprised. Odera is money. In 2 months, they got married. The wedding was well attended by all the big names around and some from outside the country. Lavish wedding. Odera continued working. They moved her from marketing to operations. The pressure became far less. Emilia remained in marketing because she was bringing in heavy accounts. Tega would have been sacked but for a heavy Odera's family's account that she brought in when she was newly employed. That's part of what qualified her for her position. Odera doesn't want to work in their family business, Legacy Global. He feels he could make it on his own and build his own business empire. His dad, Chief Okoye, on the other hand, feels that Odera is gambling away fortunes. He was always doing something on his phone and on his iPad. Chief Okoye then said, You are part of this family. You are to help us in expanding our empire. Odera said, "Thank you, Daddy. However, I want to break out on my own to build another business empire in addition to what we already have." This dialogue has been on for more than 5 years. And now that Odera is married, he feels it's time to conclude the matter. Finally, Chief Okoye threatened Odera. "If you want to go solo, you go on your own, and we could say goodbye now. You have wasted too much money and time already." Odera left. He had some millions he accumulated over time, so he was very okay with that. Everything was going on well till Tega's mother came visiting. Tega goes to work daily, but Odera is home on his phone and iPad. She watched this for some days and started asking questions. "Why don't you go to work, Odera?" "My daughter works and works, but all you do is stay here pressing phone all day. Why? Do you want to kill my daughter for me?" Odera said, "No, Mom, it's not like that. I am not just pressing my phone. I am doing some kind of work online." Mom said, "Okay, if you are doing some work online, where's the money you earn? I saw how rich you were before the wedding. Now it's like everything has fizzled out, disappeared completely. You even had to sell your Rolls Royce. So what's really going on? Don't let me run out of patience with you. 3 years have gone since you married my daughter, and no baby. Does your family have issues with having babies? We need to take you to see a doctor. Even common, the money that everyone knew you for has even disappeared. Did you present yourself rich in order to attract my beautiful daughter Tega and deceive all of us? I thought you had something. I never knew it was all audio money." Odera shook his head and said, "Mom, don't worry. This is just a phase. Inugo." Tega came home and Mom began her tirade on Odera and work. It has not been easy on Tega either. How having to watch Odera, her husband, stay home daily, pressing phone. The next day, Tega's car that Odera bought for her developed an issue all of a sudden. He fiddled all he could without success. Tega's mom shouted at him, "Leave that car and run her to work with your bike." Odera did just that. When they got there, a guy was also just coming to work and greeted Odera while giving Tega a hug that seemed more than a hug. Odera took note. Tega came home and shouted at Odera, "What have you been doing all day? That you wouldn't tidy up the house? Mom even had to go out to my sister's house to eat. No food in the house, nothing. What's the problem, Odera? I am getting sick and tired of all this nonsense. I bring money to run the home. I'm also to fix all the meals and clean up the house while you are busy pressing phone? No, it's unacceptable. You carried a whole 50 million naira to buy crypto. Now where's the money? Gone forever. This is after all the millions you lost in other online quick cash schemes. So what magic are you expecting to happen to make us financially better? How and when could we become financially free? You tasted money. Your dad said you should stay with him and build his family business. But your stubbornness will not let you. Like the prodigal son, you have blown all the money and now we are down to just my salary. How long more, Odera? How long more? I am getting sick and tired of you." Odera went on his knees to beg. He said, "Babe, just be patient with me. I'll be cleaning the house and even cook. Anything to make you both happy and patient with me." Odera started as he promised, cleaning up the house and cooking food the much he knew. One day, Tega's mom came visiting again and saw Odera lying down on the couch. She carried water and poured on Odera and shouted, "Go to work. Your mates are not at home at this time of the day." Odera got up, changed his shirt, and left home. By evening, he came back, and while scrolling his phone, he saw things that should make him shout. But he didn't. He didn't want Tega and her mom to know what had happened. The crypto he bought 50 million naira has suddenly become $2 billion, and the value keeps rising. Soon his father called him. He said, "I want to see you now, Odera." Odera thought something went bad at home and rushed home with his bike. He got there and his father welcomed him nicely and said, "Odera, Odogum, sit down please. I am aware you bought some coins like that online. I hear something happened last week that exploded the returns. Could I get 300 million naira from you? It's a company loan. We are struggling and we need to bail out our major company from total collapse." Odera said, "Oh daddy, how do you expect that I have that kind of money?" Chief Okoye said, "I have been listening to business news. The coin you carelessly mentioned to me some time ago is now worth over 1,000 times more. I know you have the money." Chief Okoye said again, "You give us the loan and become the CEO of our business empire." Odera laughed. Daddy, please give me time to think about it. Meanwhile, the loan, I could just give you the 300 million naira right away. That's not a problem." Odera got home and Tega hadn't come home. 8 p.m. she was not home. Tega had a dinner date with her colleague that gave her that special hug in front of Odera. She didn't inform Odera. She came home a bit drunk and went straight to bed. A new day in Odera's life has started. A new day also has started in Tega's life. Tega hates the fact that she would keep managing money in her home the same way her parents pinched pennies back at home. She decided she would do something drastic since Odera doesn't want to make a move to run big businesses that would bring home big money. Tega said, "Odera is lazy. If we continue like this, he would just destroy my mental health. I have to move." Her colleague, Justin, called her early in the morning to check on her. She answered to say she was good and thanked him profusely for caring. Odera heard that conversation. He asked, "Babe, who is that?" Tega said, "I really don't know how it concerns you. Please get off my back." She quickly dressed up and went to work. Tega's mom spent the day on Odera calling him names. She said, "Odera, you don't seem to be a proper child of your father. And it's as if the curse in your lineage is headquartered in you. There's nothing you do that goes well. Nothing prospers. I don't know how my daughter fell into your hands. You stay home doing nothing but pressing nonsense phone. If not that Tega might be trying to reach you on phone sometimes, I would have smashed that phone. Nonsense. Money you don't have. Grandchildren you can't give me. You are just a good for nothing man. Good for nothing." Odera said, "Mom, people are poor not because they work hard or they don't work hard, but because they are plagued by poverty mentality. If you treat a man well because you think he has money and treat another without respect because you think he doesn't have money, you have poverty mentality. Mom, money is paper. If you respect me because I have money, then you are respecting the paper, not me." Mom said, "Your stupidity is boundless. We are talking how to live a good life and you are ranting. All I want is that you should not kill my daughter with hard work. You don't have money and you are not making any sense being poor. Go and get money and get it plenty, please. Stop your stories." Tega didn't come back that day. She slept outside. Her mom left in the morning because she sent her a message that she wants to leave the house and stay with Justin, her colleague. Justin is her senior colleague and he's doing well financially. Odera called her and she said, I need to cool off. The money issue in the house is driving me nuts. I can't take it anymore. My account is almost dry and this is just 20th of the month. Odera said, when are you coming home, please? She said, I don't know. When I feel good enough. Odera said, but we are married. We vowed to stay together. We promised each other love, no matter what. Tega said, forget that. The economic climate we are in now cannot accommodate all these stories. One person just walking and the other is blowing away money and lousing about pressing phone. No. Odera said, but I explained everything I do to you. I explained it all. Tega dropped the phone on Odera. The next day, she came and packed her boxes and left the house and moved in with Justin. Odera's money was still multiplying. He was like getting richer daily. A complete billionaire, both in dollars and in naira. In a few days, it will be Tega's mom's birthday. Tega's mom called Odera and said, Odera, last year you attended my birthday and ate foods and drank wine and promised to buy me a gift later. 1 year after, you haven't bought anything. Please, don't come to spoil my day this year. You are not welcome at all. Before Odera could speak up, mother-in-law dropped the phone on him. Justin attended the event with Tega. Justin bought an expensive designer wristwatch for the celebrator. She was happy and gave Justin an uncommon hug. When all the guests had gone, mother-in-law asked, you have been together for nearly 3 months now. What are your plans? Justin spoke up. Mom, we are on it. We shall soon make our announcements. Justin is Tega's senior colleague and has a take-home that is almost double Tega's. Tega stopped picking Odera's calls. Tega's friend, Nelly, who was still single, tried to advise Tega. Tega gave her all the excuses why she must leave her husband, who has fallen and become too poor and wretched. Tega said, the most annoying is that he is poor and he is not doing anything to help matters. He refuses to get a job. His father wanted him to work in his business, but Odera refused. I cannot continue to condone his idleness and lack of financial contribution to the family. He is such an embarrassment. I regret knowing him at all. Nelly said, but he had money and plenty of it. What happened? Tega said, I don't know. He keeps gambling online. And one day like that, he threw in 50 million naira. That was about 3 years ago. And that was it. It got him down to zero. Nelly said, what if he knows what he is doing? Building the foundation of a skyscraper is not the same as building the foundation of a bungalow. I may not know all you know, but one thing I know is your husband may be needing more understanding than you are giving. He may be pursuing something that is bigger than the losses you have seen so far. The few times I have talked with him, Odera is deep. He has lost a lot, as you said, but it also takes a giant-hearted man to take big risks. If I were you, I would exercise more patience, more kindness, and more understanding. I don't support your running away so soon. Tega said, Preacher, I have given him years. Now is the 4th year and nothing. Nothing. If anything, he is worse than I have ever known. Common toothpaste he couldn't even buy. I don't know how he has coped since I left because I carried the last toothpaste I bought. Let him sort himself out. Nelly said, Tega, This is not right. Wickedness is not a virtue. You know he didn't have money and you still carried the toothpaste away? My eyes have clouded. How could you do that? Even if he was your enemy, can you imagine someone doing that to you or to your own brother? Tega said, Creature, I beg, I have carried his burdens enough. I don't want to give him even an inch anymore. Let him perish with his poverty and leave me alone. Nelly wiped off the tears and said, Tega, your husband may be poor, but he is still a human being. She said goodbye to Tega and walked straight to a mall and bought stuff here and there. Breakfast things, 10 tubes of toothpaste and many other things for easy food. She carried everything to Odera. Odera was surprised to see her carrying a basket of goodies. He welcomed her. He received the basket and thanked her profusely. The next day, Odera called Nelly again to thank her for her kindness. Nelly responded, No, not to worry, Odera. I don't know how you have been coping, but everything will be all right. I don't know how, but just don't give up no matter what. Odera said, Thank you, Nelly. Thank you so very much. 2 days after, Odera called Nelly and asked if he could take her out for dinner. Nelly agreed. She took her ATM card to pay for whatever foods they ate. Odera used the cab to pick her up and asked her what restaurant she wanted them to go to. Feeling that Odera didn't have money, she had to choose a price-moderate restaurant. Also, she was going to pay for their meals since she didn't think Odera was in any position to throw money around this time. They talked as they ate. They had so much to catch up on, like old friends trying to catch up. The bills came and Nelly picked it up. Odera protested, but Nelly insisted, and she paid. Odera asked her, So I asked you out, but why did you insist on paying? Nelly said, I have been Tega's friend for years. I have been your friend too. I know it's not been financially easy for you. Yeah, and I just want you to know that it's not over till it is over. I wanted to pay because I know that whatever you have may not stretch longer if you paid for our meals. Nelly never knew she just dined with a billionaire. Odera laughed and said, Okay, Nelly, thank you. It's also humility to accept gifts. 2 more weeks passed and Tega hadn't called nor taken Odera's calls. She complained to Nelly. Nelly, I don't know why this Odera is so proud. I got him a job with the agri arm of our bank as a supervisor. He refused. Look, he is proud and lazy and I don't want to have anything to do with him again. Nelly responded, Tega, when a man is down, don't push him further down. If he himself chose to go to work in a farm, it's a different ball game. But you finding a farm job for him? Did he tell you he was interested in farming? And for him to be farming for someone when he refused to work in his own father's conglomerate? Think, Tega, think. There's something that guy knows. Oh. Tega said, What does he know that is keeping him poorer than poor people? You are my friend. I just must tell you the truth. Nelly, I am done with Odera. I am done with him and his stories, I beg. I am not and I will never go back to him. If his poverty and his laziness don't kill him, I wonder what would. Nelly said, Tega, you are being hard-hearted. Lack of money is not necessarily poverty. It is a temporary situation. And you are taking permanent decisions over a temporary situation? Nelly, you have always been gentle and nice. You know how to endure. I don't know how to take nonsense. You must understand that about me, Nelly. You must understand that. Nelly's friendship with Odera blossomed. Odera left her to pay for anything she insisted on paying for. Odera once sent Nelly some money years ago when he wanted to buy Tega a surprise gift through Nelly. Odera wanted to check if that account still works, so he asked his account officer to send 10,000 naira to the account and to make it completely anonymous so that Nelly wouldn't know who sent it. Nelly got it and told Odera that she got a 10,000 naira alert but didn't know who sent it. Next, Odera asked his account officer to send 2 million naira to Nelly. Nelly got it and screamed, "How? Nobody's owing me. Where is this from?" Meanwhile, Tega has rented her own apartment, a small one, having lived with Justin for about 8 months and seeing that Justin isn't proposing marriage. Justin likes her for the meals she fixes, the company she gives him, and the fun of flagging her around. Marriage? No way. Things have happened quickly between Nelly and Odera. He proposed marriage to her. Now that he has accepted to be the CEO of his dad's conglomerate, his money is silently working for him on many other investments passively. That's what he had always wanted. Yes, he proposed marriage to Nelly, but Nelly said, "Odi, marriage would place a lot of burden on you again. Why not wait till you balance up? I'll be here for you. I don't want us to marry and you would be feeling obligated to do this or that. It is enough that I don't have much. But we marrying now after my friend Tega just left you because of money would put undue pressure on you to perform financially. That pressure could kill. I don't want that for you, please." Odera said, "Don't worry about that. Just say yes first. And we shall have a very small wedding according to the money we have. I have about 200,000 naira. If we just do it as a family affair with just a few friends, I believe our money would pull us through. Our eating would not be a problem. We have been eating anyway. It's our heart of understanding for each other that makes the difference. Our respect, our kindness, our friendship, our love." Nelly and Odera got married on a Saturday. On Monday, Odera told her to not go to her hairdressing shop. She should allow her staff run their business for her that day. He then took her to his office where he is now the CEO. He took her to lunch in the most expensive restaurant in town and said, "Nelly, you have been the most amazing lady I have ever met. You have been my friend in my supposed deep poverty level. At my lowest level, your friend deserted me, abandoned me. But you came. You came, Nelly, you came. You paid for the meals we ate, even when it's me that asked you out. Nelly, your friend and husband was made the CEO of the business because they needed me to give them 300 million naira to bail them out. I gave them 500 million because I knew they would need it. Daddy offered me this position. I accepted because I know what to do to take the conglomerate to levels Daddy never imagined within a short while. I have been on many business trainings online and I am ready and equipped. We need to prepare and get out for honeymoon. We have 2 weeks to prepare." He pulled Nelly to himself in a sweet hug and whispered, "I love you. I love you, Nelly, and it is forever, my sweet Nelly." Wow! Tega and impatience. She refused to understand the man she married. She was looking at what she could see. She refused to support her husband, who happened to be a giant risk taker. She refused to reckon with the fact that the higher or taller the building, the deeper the foundation. Sadly, she got very impatient and left after Odera had already become a billionaire. Be thankful for the good things that you have, because those good things that you have may be to many just a dream. If you have enjoyed the story, please like the video, by giving it a thumbs up. It helps YouTube know we have a great story on kindness, understanding, and patience here, and that would help YouTube send it to millions of others to watch and learn too. Share our video with your friends and family, please. People need to also learn and share it. Remember to click that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, please. And thank you for subscribing if you have done so. Thank you. Till we bring you another great story. Remain truly phenomenal. This is African Folktales ChinChin. Goodbye.